Hello, I'm Aislinn, creator of PetiteGlasses.com, and this is the Kimberly frame. Before I tell you about this frame, I want to specify that these do not fit me. These are too small for me. I am on the large end of the petite spectrum. These are for women who are more on the small end of the petite spectrum. This is the smallest pair that, at the time of this recording, is available on my store. They are quite narrow. You can see that they are a fair bit narrower than the width of my face. Generally, you want glasses to have a total width that's about equal to the total width of the face, and it has a very narrow bridge for very close set eyes, which I don't have. I only have slightly close set eyes. So long story short, these don't fit me. This is not how they're supposed to look. I designed the Kimberly frame first and foremost for very close set eyes, and so it has a very small size 14 bridge. I also designed the bridge to be thinner and lighter colored than the rest of the frame, and hopefully that will draw less attention to the center of the eyes and diminish the close set appearance. Of course, if you have close set eyes, you don't just need a smaller bridge, you also need smaller lenses in order to properly center the pupil in the width of the lens, which contributes to making the glasses look attractive. The measurement of that lens width is 45 millimeters, which is quite small. Because the lenses are small and round, they're going to work very well for high prescriptions, whether that's a high plus or a high minus prescription. Having smaller lenses is good because it means that there doesn't need to be as much of a difference in thickness from center to edge or edge to center respectively. And that means that there's less of a distorted look to the lens when someone looks through to your face, and also that they're not as heavy because you don't need as much thickness. And even though the frames are quite small, they have 33 millimeters of lens height, which means that there is enough for bifocal or progressive lenses. The frames are stainless steel, which makes them very lightweight, and I've added a nickel-free plating in the hopes that that would not trigger nickel allergies in those of you who have that sensitivity. To some extent, if you find that the frames are fitting tight on the bridge or riding very high on your face, you might be able to mitigate that by widening the nose pads, which I don't recommend that you do yourself. I recommend you have your optician do it. But to some extent, that could be adjustable. However, there are some of you who might just have a nose that has too high of a bridge or too wide of a nose for this bridge, which is quite narrow and placed low. So they're not for everyone. But if you do have very close set eyes on a very narrow face with a nose bridge that isn't too high or too wide, then these frames are really made for you, and I hope that you love them.